Greetings, I'm Joe, the designer of the table-friendly Speakeasy insert. As the name implies, this insert is designed to sit on the table along with everything else you need to play the game. It's smaller than the original, and yet it has more space. This is a big plus because the game is already pretty big on the table. For reference, this table here is 4 foot by 5 foot. Your player trays, after all the components get placed on the player board, have enough room to hold your money, your leverage, other resources like crates, things like that. On the board here, I'm using poker chips. I am not using the original money that comes with the game. It has casinos in it, so I think it fits. Plus, poker chips are just nice. This storage system for the poker chips, it's another design that I have on the shop. This is sold separately. If you want to use the in-game money, this exact same insert will hold your money. The other one over here, they nest inside each other. Check out this product for full details. It's pretty cool. All the trays are pretty small, and this is so you can move them wherever you need them. If you just don't have the space, you can move these anywhere, maybe keep it up here or something like that to kind of help you get the game on the table. I like this little tray here. These are all the markers that go on the main board. In the picture you'll see a die. This is what I use to put out the ships. It's way easier than trying to read the hieroglyphs that the game comes with. I like to use this bag for the cop and mobster markers. You have to pull these out at random anyway for setup, so why not just keep them in a bag, roll it up, and throw it into one of those empty spaces in the original insert. Alright, so let's put the game away. Here is the original box with the 2 original inserts at the very bottom. I didn't put out some of these components, but you get the gist. Over here we have all our solo cards. We've got the player aids here and the special powers if you have that expansion. Take our helper cards, put those in there. The operations cards, they stay in here, so you have plenty of space in the original insert for all your cards that are sleeved. Then we take our money and just throw it in there. Cool thing about these is they nest right in there, so it's pretty cool. This is that bag with the cop and mobster locations. I just put them in the bag and stuff it in one of these, and that's basically it for the original insert. Stuff in here you can place in here if you really want, but the tray holds all of this in here. These can also be placed in the player trays if you want to do that. That's basically it right there. This tray is pretty much already done. Just got to put in our capos. Take our other player color. Now on these, the game comes with extra bits. These guys, this guy, your books. So they can all fit in there if you finagle them, but you can't just stack them on top of each other, and that'll fit just fine. I'm a big fan of just throwing stuff in there. It doesn't need to be perfect, especially when you're trying to get the next game on the table. Just throw it all in there. Down the middle here, we're going to have all our cards, except for this one. Now, it will fit, but I think it's better to place this tray here. And that's just because there's going to be a lot of weight on top of this. It'll help keep those bits right in there. Alright, this is the part where it gets a little weird. So, the original comes with this plastic sheet. If you notice, I've cut mine out. It has these weird bubbles used to index the original insert. You have to cut those out if you want to use this plastic. And when you set it in there, you kind of have to move the trays around to get the skirt all the way around the trays. Or you just cut it all off and you can just plop it down like that, nice and easy. Or just don't use it. I do recommend, however, that you place some papers in here, maybe the player aids, not necessarily to help keep the bits in there, but just so when you place your map inside here, it's not going to scuff or scratch. That's our main board, Joe's board, privacy screens, our player boards, mobster board, shipboard, probably better to do it like this. Already there's some lid lift that's okay. You actually want some of this. That way when you place your cover on here, there's some pressure down on the lower trays. Now we're going to put our supply boxes here. And again, you probably want to put some paper down here to avoid any scuffs and scratches. Get all these line up right there. Take your player card that was left. There's a bit of a gap there, so take our mobster power and just place it in the bag and give it a roll or two and then place it right there. If you don't have this bag, alternatively, what you can do, just place it there, place that there. I haven't had these fall out yet, but you can kind of play around with it. If you do experience some of these falling out, maybe do something like that. Or just take a bag or something, throw all the bits in there, and just throw it in there. If you keep those little risers that go underneath your player boards, go ahead and throw them in there as well. I threw mine away, and then you can put in whatever else you got in there. I like to keep the rule book right on top in case I need to reference it. And then place your box. So there is almost no lid lift here. And I think even without my custom insert, you get the same amount of lid lift. But this will hold all your stuff in there. Whether you store it flat like this, or upright like this, or something like that. Your pieces should all be contained everything should be in place. There's going to be some jostling, but everything is right where it's supposed to be. Very important. If you do decide to keep this plastic piece and not trim the skirt, you want to have the player trays on the outside, at least two there. That way it'll fit around your corners. I usually take my games and play them at friend's house or my local brewery, which is pretty cool. Pro tip, get you some of these. This will help keep the box from separating, so you have almost no lid lift there. All your pieces will be right in place. Thank you so much for checking this video out. If you bought this insert, I hope this video helps you out on how to pack it. If you haven't bought this insert, I hope the video convinces you This really is very practical, and it all fits nicely in the box here. I'm pretty proud of this one because I was able to cram it all into the box, and it's just super useful on tables that are smaller than this. Please check out my other products. Thank you for watching.